Jey Uso saves the New Day from a further beating from Braun Breaker. Jey Uso is going to face Braun Breaker in an Intercontinental Championship rematch next week, which had a great Braun video package to set it up, but also now has a bit more intrigue because when Jey walked to the back, Jimmy was in his locker room and says, "You got a minute." And Jimmy looks at him and walks away. Disgusted. I haven't seen that look on Jey's face in a very long time. He has been happy. He has been exuberant. He's been goofy. He's been yeeting. He's been messing around with Jackie. He's been messing around with Rhea. He's been having fun. You name it. But as soon as he turned his head from Jimmy, you could see the anger, I don't want to deal with this. That's my past. Look what I'm doing now. I'm the Yeet Man. I got a shirt that says Yeet World. I'm the Intercontinental Champion. I'm having a great time. I don't want to think about my family. Jimmy goes around looking for him and he finds him. And Jey just says, "No, get out of my face," and walks away. And that's exactly what this should have been. Jey should 100% have to be completely convinced that going back to what gave him the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, why would he go back? Why would he turn around and go help Roman? And go help Jimmy, for that matter. You can't just say it's blood. Look everything he did for those guys when it was blood, and look what happened in the end. So it was about Roman. It was about protecting Roman. It was about answering to the tribal chief, protecting his championship, which was protected far beyond the Usos and their tag team championships. It can't be Jimmy. It could be Paul, but it's got to be Roman. And that's why I say Crown Jewels is just a stop along the way. Survivor Series is the next big destination. We are about 6 weeks from that. What we saw last night between Jimmy and Jey is something that will continue now until Jey says okay. And you know what? What if he doesn't? We're all assuming he does. What if he says no? What if he has second thoughts in the night of and then makes his presence felt, or after the fact? You could tell the obvious story if he finally gets convinced and he comes back and he says, "Hey, it's one time only. I got to go back and do my thing. You got to understand that." You could do that. But what if Jey said no? Think about that. What if all the damage that has been done to his psyche? What if that PTSD he has is too strong? And he goes, "No, I've been through enough. I'm not going to be there for you. I can't do it to myself. I can't do it to myself. I can't do it to my career. I can't do it to my family. It's got to be about me now. I can't get dragged back into your BS." I'd be super interested to see what that would result in. Would Jey, it's a deeper level of Jey. Now, as Zach brings up, Jey's going to lose the IC title, join Jimmy. I don't know how, but they're going to tie it together anyway, somehow. It does make the IC title match, which a lot of people guessed would happen again, and perhaps Jey loses the IC title to Braun Breaker next week. And it's because someone gets involved from the Bloodline, new version, Roman, Jimmy, whatever, or Judgment Day or something. And then Jey can put his focus on the Bloodline. I don't like that. I don't. I think Jey can walk in to War Games if he gets convinced as the Intercontinental Champion. That's my whole thing. Roman's got to acknowledge what Jey has done without Roman, without Jimmy, without the Bloodline. Does he have some friends on Raw? Yes. But he won the Intercontinental title by himself. Sure, he's got the crowd by his side. But he has proven, and I would make this point if I was Jey to Roman, I showed I didn't need people. I showed I could win a championship on my own. I'm proud of that, Uso. Be proud of me. And Roman should be proud of him. And he should put that over. And he says, you know what? I need the Intercontinental Champion. I need the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion to be by my side. I need Roman's got to give it up for him. And I'm not saying they need to rush this because you got time. I would have multiple people try to convince Jey. Roman, though, has got to be the one. Nerdy, you just said it. I honestly think Roman should be the one to talk to Jey. Others should try. And Jey can rebuff them. And finally, it's if he wants me that bad, he can come talk to me. Didn't you guys do his bidding enough? Didn't I do his bidding enough? If he wants me that bad, he's got my number. He knows where I'm at. The Intercontinental Champion is right here on Monday Night Raw. I don't think he should lose next week. And if they take it off him to put that focus on what's going on with Roman and Jimmy and the new Bloodline, okay. But I don't think he needs to walk into that War Games match without a championship. I actually think it gives him even more clout, even more respectability, that let's say it's only him, which probably will be the case if he doesn't lose next week. What if Jey walked into that match next week, or walked into War Games, I should say, and let's say it's alongside Roman, and let's say it's alongside Jimmy, and I'll guess Sami Zayn for now. But what if Jey walked into that match on his team as the sole champion? Not Roman. No tag titles. He's the most successful one standing there at the current time. That puts him on a more even level with Roman. And I think that's where you need to present him. He's not ever going to be Roman. But for the next month and a half, maybe it means more to have Jey be an Intercontinental Champion and a solo champion when Roman isn't. That presentation, that understanding of who he is and what he's done and who he's done it without. He should get through Braun Breaker next week because it keeps Jey as strong as he possibly can be. And it makes him that much more important and desirable to Roman to have by his side. And I don't think Jey should get pulled back into all this stuff. I really don't. I'm not saying he can't pop back in here and there. But they have done a lot of good work with Jey in the last year since coming to Raw. And even though WrestleMania did not go well, he has remained super over, and they got the moment they needed to a couple of weeks ago when he beat Braun Breaker. I wouldn't want him going back into that stuff. Jey should be his own man because Jey has now proven to be a star. He's a star to fans, but he's also, I would think, quite the star to the company based on all the merch he continues to get and continues to sell. He's doing that because it's about him. He's doing that because he has gotten over on his own with his own entrance as his own man. He's very likable. He's fun. It's a party when he walks in the arena. You want to be part of that experience. Who wouldn't want to be part of that experience? But it's because he's on his own. And I think you'd be taking a step backwards, both in storyline and in terms of career development of Jey Uso. To have him drop the IC title, go back with his family, and then what? Jey's got to remain in the position he's in right now, and it should only continue to increase and rise, not go backwards. Hey, this is Matt Camp. Thanks for checking out one of our recent clips from the Wrestling Mat. Why is someone so close to The Rock kind of throwing Cody under the bus?
Yeah, a lot of people won't engage with Jim Cornette. I did, just because I have a mark for Jim Cornette. And
Please subscribe right now. Hit the like and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. And I think you should listen to your TV partners. Let me tell you about WWE and a little insight. More subscribers means more content. And make sure you follow us on social media at WrestlingMat23 on both Twitter and Instagram.